Hello there my YouTube lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Now I've done two videos so far for the 2022 Husqvarna FE450, and the first one was obviously the wiring loom, which you obviously saw the problems with that we had, but it was all sorted and it worked absolutely fantastic. The second one was obviously the exhaust. And again, you saw the problems that I had with that. So yeah, obviously that was modified and fitted, and it works absolutely fantastic. And the third video is going to be the graphics. Now, I'm only going to do the one panel, which basically it's the hardest panel. I think, in my opinion, it's the hardest panel to do on the Husqvarna. Now, I've done a few of these panels, but to be absolutely fair, it's almost finished. Now, the thing is that if I demonstrate how to fit the graphics the way I fit them, then, you know, obviously, if you want to do it that way, you're more than welcome to. And if not, you find another way or a better way or a quicker way, then please, obviously, do them, you know, the way you see best. But so far, I've done all the plastics. Almost all the plastics, shall I say, with these graphics, and they've all kind of came out absolutely. They've came out flawless. They're absolutely spot on. So anyway, where the graphics are concerned, I bought the graphic kit because you get them in kits for obviously the make and model of your bike. I found a company called Spiral FX. www.spiralfx.com, and there's a. If you can see that, the packet label that they came in. Now, I'm going to be absolutely honest, they're brilliant. I'm not being sponsored by these people, by the way, in any form, in any way whatsoever. It's only purely my own opinion. Now, I've had two of these graphics kits delivered. The first one, I thought, because I wanted to go for like a holographic background and a holographic and chrome. And once it had been fitted, I've got to be honest, I wasn't impressed with it at all. It's not the quality or anything. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic, the quality. It was just the colour. It just didn't flow with the bike. So I sort of like ripped them all off, and obviously started again. And this time I've ordered the white background with the black number board and numbers, and obviously the blue and yellow colour coordination to go with the bike. Obviously the bike, when I bought it, was grey and white and yellow, but I obviously the plastics, the UFO plastics, the new plastics I put on. So obviously I'm keeping the original Husqvarna plastics with the original Husqvarna graphics on there. So if I ever came down to selling the bike, then obviously whoever bought the bike would have the original plastics to go with them. So I got a new set of UFO plastics to fit these graphics to for the Husqvarna, and so far I've got to be absolutely honest. I'm truly impressed. I truly am impressed with these graphic kits. I really am. As I said, the only problem with the first one was obviously I didn't like the colour scheme once it had been fitted. You can't really tell until they're fitted and you stand back and look. But no, I wasn't impressed, so I ripped them off and I ordered another set, which they delivered in literally no time at all, and they sent me proof through email of what they look like on the individual parts, which I thought was a really professional touch. Great company, Spiral FX. It's that said, I'm not being sponsored by them. It's only my own opinion, but I think they're absolutely great. The graphics, they're really great quality. And obviously, once this demonstration's been is over, I will post up the finished products on the bike, and you'll be able to see for yourself. But I've got to be absolutely honest. So far, I'm really pleased. So anyway, this video is basically a demonstration on how I fit these graphics to the plastics. Now, there's so many different ways. There's so many videos out there of people demonstrating how to fit these plastics and so on, and you know they all work. I mean, fair play. I mean, they're all great. But I thought, hence, this was going to be like a three-part video. Obviously, wiring loom, exhaust, and now the graphics. I would just demonstrate one of these plastic panels on how I fit the graphics, and you know, for me, it works. They fitted absolutely fantastic. So basically, obviously I've got the graphics. You can see for yourself, yeah. so basically, all you'll need is a pair of scissors, a 3M squeegee, which I'll put the link on the description. A hairdryer, pretty important. You can also use a heat gun and stuff like that. And obviously the one thing, I'll show you the plastic part. This is the initial plastic part which I'm going to be doing. Obviously it's as you're sat on the bike, it's the right hand obviously radiator air intake, which again you have your right hand radiator here. And obviously it shrouds the petrol tank. But if you can see this, I mean, there's lots of curves. Obviously, you've got the air outlet. Obviously, the wind comes into the radiator and shoots out of there, sort of thing. So this is like an inlet, like a depression inside the panel. Obviously, there's loads of curves and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, you can see it's not mega straight or flat, should I say, or anything like that. So I thought these two panels, obviously there's one on each side of the Husqvarna, and they're the hardest ones to do, and they're the biggest, to be fair. So if I demonstrated how I put these graphics on using one of these, then all the other graphics panels after this are going to be relatively easy. So yes, anyway, we shall continue doing that. Now for the graphic, this is the graphic that I'm going to apply. You can see that there. It's absolutely beautiful, that is. It's like I said, I've already put one on. So if I'd have made a mistake, then it would have been on film, sort of thing. But I didn't. I mean, this is the point. I mean, this is what I'm saying about these graphics. I didn't make any problem. There wasn't a problem whatsoever. No bubbles, no bits under the plastic, no nothing, and it fitted absolutely. Oh, it's spot on. So I'm really, really pleased about that. So I'm quite confident, to be fair, that I can show you. Initially, just a quick idea that I used to obviously fit these plastics, and it starts off with going down the length, which is the longest part, like that. What I do is I cut out a strip of this backing paper, and then I position it onto the panel, and then once I position it onto the panel, then I can slowly peel away the backing strip as I'm going along, and flattening it down either with my thumb, which is great, and the squidgy, which as you can see has got like a material cushy bit on the end, that's the part you use, because obviously if you use the plastic end you're going to scratch whatever. But yes, it's definitely the cushy bit on the end. Try and find one of those, very important. But actually I'll put the link on this in the description, so it won't be a problem. So yeah, it's a squeegee, so we'll be using this as well. So initially what I do is I turn it upside down, like so. And I'll just move the camera down slightly, there. So basically what I'm going to be doing is on the lengthway of the backing paper, I'm going to take this off, fold it over, I'm going to crease it into the centre, and then fold it again, and then crease it again, and then obviously cut the centre part out, and then replace this part back onto to the graphic. So I shall demonstrate this now. So here's the backing paper, like so. So I peel it off, like so. And then on this side as well. Just get it to come free, like so. And I pull this back as well, like so. Get it into near enough the centre. And once it's there, I put a little crease into it along the length, like so. See that there? And then I peel it off a little bit more. And then I put a second crease. Like so, all the way along. The length of the graphic. Like so. And then if I peel it back a little bit more, like so, and I don't know if you can see that, but that was your first crease and that was your second crease, and now there you go, you got two lines there which you can cut down. So take our scissors, first of all we'll cut down the first part of the backing paper, which was the initially the first crease. Excuse my cutting skills. Now we keep that part, make sure it doesn't fall on the floor. And then for the second part, we cut the second crease. So start there, cut that piece off. Like so, and there's your strip. Now we discard that. Won't be needing that. Make sure there's nothing stuck to the graphic. And then this part here we re-stick to the back of the panel. Like so. And as you can see there, you've got your strip cut out from the centre, which that strip down should be applied to the plastic panel. Right, now we get our panel. Just another quick wipe over, just to make sure there's nothing on there, because the cleanliness of this panel is really important. You don't want anything underneath. Well, you don't want anything, no foreign objects between the plastic and the actual the graphic. So get the graphic. And again, as you can see, there's our strip cut out of the centre. Now we turn it over, and then we offer it up. We offer up the graphic to the plastic, just to get the location that we're after, like so. And then we just lightly stick it down using your thumb. Just slightly stick it down. Along that strip that we cut off. Like so. Just making it all sure it's all down relatively flat. Like so. And then, excuse me, we turn it over, turn it around, sorry, should I say. Then we just, we're going to start with this side first, because this is going to be the most awkward, obviously because of the inlets and all that sort of stuff like. So I basically peel it back until we find the paper and start peeling off the backing paper. Like so. And then with the squidgy, the material end, I just go along in slight circular motions, like so. I mean, take your time, there's absolutely no rush whatsoever to do this. The longer, in fact, the longer it takes, the better the result, to be fair. So yeah, so slightly, so I do circular motions while basically taking away the backing paper from the underneath. And this is absolutely great for getting rid of bubbles and stuff like that like. So we just carry on like so, making sure it's all sticking down. Making sure there's no air trapped underneath. And then you can use your thumb just to do the last little bits. And I'll peel that off all the way. Nice little circular motions. And there you go, that's that part. Now on this part, again, a little bit more tricky. Using your thumb or your fingers, just to slightly edge it along. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Making sure there's no air trapped. I'll take the rest of the backing paper off. Like so. Getting rid of any creases that might occur. Again, I think just be patient. Just work it, work the plastics. pushing all the air out. Like so. There's a bubble there. Like I said, to get rid of the creases, sometimes you have to peel it back slightly. And obviously if you see this part here, which like dips down slightly, we're going to leave that until the end, so we get the hairdryer on that to heat it up. So we can now start on the other end. So we remove the backing paper. Like so. And then with those slight circular motions, we'll get rid of all the trapped hair that's underneath. And it's gone down beautifully, like so. As you can see, I'm pretty much using my thumb for most of this. But it works so well. It's almost designed for this very purpose. Then we go around the radius, like so. And this, my friends, is looking absolutely awesome. There's no bubbles, nothing underneath. Sorted, that is. Just discard that for a second. Right, and we use a hairdryer. You can use any hairdryer. If I turn it on at the wall. Got a little bubble underneath there. It'll be easy to remove as it's still very warm. And then it just peels off. I think I've got a little bubble just there. I've got to get rid of that bubble or else it'll do my nutting. So nice and carefully peel back. I think it's actually a bubble. It was just a little foreign object. Oh, lovely. That's gone, that has. And just using like little circular motions. Go along the edges with the squidgy. Right into the corners. The heat actually activates the glue. So we just warm it up a little bit. Make sure everything's down. And then after you've got rid of any bubbles, just give it a wipe down. I use a bit of methylated spirits on a rag. It's only just to get rid of the residue glue if there's any on the surface. Like so. And voila. Absolutely perfect, that is. There you go. And as you can see, they've all come out pretty darn nice. So yes, I've got to admit I'm well happy with them. So yes, so that was the graphics, pretty much sorted. That was again, it's like I said, I did the main shroud, the one that goes around the radiator through the fuel tank, because that really is the most awkward one you can do. So if you can get obviously if I've shown you how to do that one, then the rest you won't have a problem with. You really won't. So yes, anyway, that's the way I do it. So obviously cutting the strip out the length of the centre to reveal the backing glue. Obviously replace the part that you cut off at the bottom and the top, so there's the backing paper is at the top and the bottom, so you just cut that strip. Then obviously making sure that the plastics are clean, that's very important, that is. The other safety aspect again is obviously if you're using solvents or anything like that, make sure you're in a ventilated place. You don't want to be going dizzy and hitting the deck. So that's sorted. And then once the graphics are on, it's like I said, you just heat them up a little bit, not too much, just a bit, and then obviously that helps the glue to set. And then yeah, leave them to cool down, and you are absolutely rocking and rolling. Now on this video, I will end the talky bit here, but I will be showing you the end result of the bike once all the plastics are replaced on the bike. So yeah, so you'll be able to see the results for yourself. So yes, I mean, again, I mean, as I said before, I mean, there's plenty of different ways of doing this, but that's the way I found best. So you start from basically the length of the centre, work from the top by peeling the backing paper off, then work the bottom by peeling the backing paper off, making sure there's no bubbles, making sure everything's obviously glued down, and all the edges are flat. And again, that's pretty much it. But yes, I'm very pleased with that, and I can't wait to get the plastics back on the bike. Thank you for watching. And just on a quick note at the end, hi, I'm back. No, just a quick note at the end. If you like any of the content that's displayed on my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. There's going to be some absolutely awesome stuff. I mean, trust me on this. But yeah, again, like you know, if you like the stuff and you know you found it helpful, yes, it's like I said, please like and subscribe. It'd be really, really helpful to the channel. Thank you ever so much. You take care.